Alright, let me save you a few years of pain. Diets don't work. Not long term anyway. Keto, carnivore, high carb, plant-based. I've tried them all. And guess what? None of them matter if you don't have these habits in place. Forget counting carbs or cutting out food groups. This is what actually makes weight loss stick. The stuff that lasts after the diet's over. Here's the thing about diets. They can help you lose weight, sure, but they don't teach you how to keep it off. That's why so many people end up yo-yoing. You drop the weight and you feel great, and then your metabolism slows, cravings go wild, and before you know it, you're face first in a tub of ice cream at midnight. I haven't tried every diet under the sun, but I did dive deep into keto, carnivore, and animal-based nutrition for nearly a decade. And now I've gone the complete other way with this rice-based high-carb plan. I've lived both extremes, and what I've realised, the diet itself doesn't matter. The habits do. And that's what actually makes results stick. Let's start with movement. What really drives fat loss isn't just your one big gym session, it's what you do the other 23 hours. If you're sitting for 12 hours a day like I used to, one workout won't undo that. It just won't. Walking more, standing more, taking the stairs, that's what's moving the needle. When I started averaging around 10,000 steps a day, the fat came off faster. It didn't feel hard or extreme, just consistency. Think less about smashing workouts and more about moving all day. Now this one is brutal. Fix your sleep. This is probably the most overlooked but life-changing factor for weight loss. Sleep is basically free fat loss medicine. When you're sleep deprived, hormones go nuts. The ghrelin shoots up. That's hunger. Leptin drops. That's fullness. Cortisol spikes, and suddenly you're stress eating. Your body literally sets you up to overeat. And I was awful for this. Up late on the computer, scrolling YouTube on my phone, living on 5 hours of sleep every night. I thought I was fine. Spoiler, I wasn't. My cravings were insane. Since quitting carnivore, my sleep has definitely improved, but I'm still working on proper REM sleep. On the nights that I actually do get a good night's sleep, everything feels a bit easier. Cravings calm down, the energy's better, and fat loss doesn't feel like a fight. Still a work in progress, but it's huge. Speaking of cravings, let's talk about food. Most people don't fail because of willpower, they fail because they're constantly hungry and craving junk. Late night snacks, sugar hits, coffee dependency, I've had it all. And I still do. Food addiction is still a big one for me, and my sweet tooth is alive and well. Now yeah, protein does help. Back when I was animal-based, I was getting loads of it. These days I'm moderate, but here's the truth. It's not just protein that matters. You still need discipline. You can eat all the protein in the world, but if you're giving in to every craving, it won't save you. Protein just makes that discipline a little bit easier. The other thing, eat mindfully. Don't just shovel food down your throat in front of Netflix. Chew it, taste it. Notice when you're satisfied instead of stuffed. Sounds a bit hippie, but honestly, it works. Portion control is honestly the secret sauce. And this for me goes back to when I was about 10 years old. I had this Japanese friend and I was round his one night, we were playing video games. And one night his mum cooked us dinner. While we were eating, he said something like, "My parents say you should stop eating when you're about 80% full." And little me was like, what on earth are you talking about? Why would you stop eating 80% full? Why would you stop eating when the food is good? It made no sense. I don't remember anything else about that evening, but that one sentence he said stuck with me. And I looked it up recently. It's a Japanese principle called Hara Hachi. I'm butchering that name, I'm sure, but it literally means stomach 8 parts out of 10. And now it makes sense, because here in the West, overeating is normal. Plates are always piled high, eating until you can't move. But mindful eating, stopping before you're stuffed, chewing the food properly, that actually helps digestion, reduces the bloating, and cuts out the guilt cycle. And the funny thing is, that friend of mine, he stayed lean and fit all throughout high school. Whether or not he practiced this daily or not was yeah, I'm not sure, but it clearly worked for him. One more habit that doesn't get enough love: local seasonal foods. Back when I was carnivore, I was big on this. I'd buy meat, eggs and dairy from local UK farms. Digestion was smoother and my body seemed to handle the food much better. Now with this high carb plant-based rice diet, I'm keeping things really simple. Basically it's an elimination plan to reset my system. So I'm not shopping seasonally as much as I would like to right now. But when I did, it totally made a difference. Less bloating, better digestion, food just felt better. It's definitely something I'll come back to later. So here's the bottom line: diets fail, habits stick. If you only take one thing away from this video, let it be that. One workout can't fix sitting all day. Bad sleep will wreck your hormones no matter what diet you're on. Portion control beats everything. Protein helps cravings, but only if you've got discipline. And local seasonal food makes everything easier. You don't have to master all of this overnight. You start small. Pick one habit, stick with it for 30 days, and then add another layer on top. That's how you stop yo-yo dieting and actually build something that's sustainable. Forget chasing the next diet trend. Build the boring habits that actually work. And trust me, future you will thank you. I'll see you in the next one.